Hello, welcome to episode number 466 of the TEW 2020 Challenge Run. We're here for the first premium live event of 2024. It is the Raw branded New Year's Revolution pay-per-view. Kind of a short pay-per-view. There's only 7 matches announced for the show. Drew McIntyre defends the WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes in the main event. We also have Rhea Ripley defending against Roxy Perez. We have Dijak and Edge for the Intercontinental Championship. Randy Orton against Carmelo Hayes in a singles match. We have Women's Tag Team Championship on the line as the Fierce and the Fabulous take on the new champions of Queendom. And a whole lot more. So without any more further ado, let's jump straight into the show. We start on the kickoff show. Match gets a 55, which, is about expected for a match with the Page sisters in, and like a bunch of mid-card women. But it is Toxic Attraction who pick up the win. This is their first match as a trio. Of course they're going to win. Mandy does pick up the win over Skylar with the Bed of Roses in 11 minutes and 1 second. 62 for Skylar, 54 for Aaliyah, 83 for Danny Jordan. Okay, well, how long has she been scoring that well? 37 for Kenzie Page, 29 for Kylie Page, and 63 for Mandy Rose. And apparently Skylar hasn't given this game scale. Maybe it's time for her and Aaliyah's 4th rebranding. But they're still a team. They've been through many different... They've been in the Robert Stone brand. They've been in... with Charlotte. They've been just a babyface duo. They've been a heel duo. Yeah, they've been all sorts. Aaliyah was visibly upset because Kylie Page... Oh, okay, great debut, Kylie. Sure. Yeah, good one. 98 hype video going over the matches of tonight. Cody versus Drew, Rhea versus Roxy, Randy versus Carmelo Hayes, and Edge versus Dijak. And one of those matches is the opening match here tonight. That being Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes 1-on-1. Opens up the night. For a 93. They both scored 91s, so yeah, we'll take a 93 there. But, Carmelo Hayes has said that Randy Orton is the last person that he got on Team Raw to accuse of attacking Trick Williams, before Survivor Series. And in 20 minutes and 13 seconds, I've got the exact finish in my head right here. So cast your mind back in real life to Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet that one time, when they both did, them springboards, and then met in the middle of the ring, and collide in the middle of the ring. That move that Carmelo Hayes does, he springboards off, and he goes flying backwards. And guess what? Guess who's waiting there for him? Randall Keefe with an RKO. And he packs him out of the air, pins him 1, 2, 3. And Randy Orton picks up the win here tonight. 91 for both men, as I said. And yeah, a big win for Randall Keefe to kick up the new year. Could 2024 be his year? We'll have to wait and find out. They come back to the ring from ads or whatever. And Malcolm Bivens is in there with Jade Cargill. And she says, that bitch, Jade Cargill, is so confident that her winning streak will reach 2024 and beyond. But we don't even care who's going to answer this challenge. Anybody on the Raw roster, even SmackDown or ECW or NXT or anywhere. First woman who thinks they've got what it takes to hang with that bitch, Jade Cargill. Come out and make yourself known. Bayley comes out. And she says, I'm going to be leveling with you, Bivens. Jade Cargill, she's looked mighty impressive, these first few weeks here on Raw, since winning that Liberty Championship back at Survivor Series, and I've looked the complete opposite of impressive in recent weeks. But my luck's about to turn around, you see. I've had friends abandon me, I've had friends old friends show up and mock me. And I've got to prove to myself that I still belong here. I've got to prove to myself that I can do this all by myself. Because if I can't, well, I guess it's my own fault for burning so many bridges. But I need to prove to myself that I still belong here and I can still become a champion here in WWE. So yeah, the match is Jade Cargill defending against Bayley. That match gets a 78, which is still, I think, one of, if not Jade's actual full-on just best match. And yeah, I protected Bayley and kept her strong here because she does lose again. But it's a part of an arc for Bayley. Because she has no one. You know, we've made that abundantly clear that she has nobody. So she gets no help here tonight to defeat Jade Cargill. Jade puts her down with Jade in 13-17 to make defense number 4 of the Liberty title. 67 for Jade, 78 for Bayley. And yeah, Bayley now has, 48 hours to recover before, she's got a match against Dakota Kai on Raw. Her old friend. And yeah. They get a backstage interview. Kathy Kelly with Grayson Waller. She goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, my guest at this time, Grayson Waller." He goes, "Kathy, I have to say, unfortunately, I know deep down you're so happy to see me. Everyone's happy to see Grayson Waller, I see it in your eyes, you're undressing me with your eyes, Kathy, but unfortunately I wouldn't settle for a 3 like you. I ain't dealing 10s, lad. Anyway, I'm here because I've got big news, Logan Paul, you heard him on Raw, said that he's looking for a tag team partner to take on, Shanky and Titus World Records and all them. And I'm his guy. I've got to beat Elias on Raw, and I'm going to prove I'm his guy." And then we see Imperium just walk past, and he's like, "Oi, lads, come here." And Gunnar goes, "What?" And he goes, "I'm taking on Elias, Titus World Records. You guys have been dealing with those bums, those flops a lot recently. Got any advice for me?" And Gunnar goes, "Yeah, I've got great advice for you. Don't you say oi to me ever again." And he just walks off. And then Gunner's like, "Well, I guess lesson learned, Kathy. We all learned something new today. All's well in New York, I can't wait to leave, but, at least I learned something." We then see we see Bayley. She's going through Gorilla just off after her loss. And she bumps into Io and Dakota and Cammy, who are on their way to ringside for their tag team title match. And Cammy just laughs and goes, "Look at Bayley, all alone. Lost the right to have any friends because of the way you acted. You're a lot like Tegan Knox. We gave Tegan the world and she threw it all away. Now if you excuse us, Bayley, we're going to keep winning while you keep losing. But hey, we'll see you on Monday when Dakota will kick your head off again." 93 rated tag team match. Queendom, of course, do retain over the Fierce and the Fabulous. Io pins Carmella with a moonsault in 17:02 to make defense number 2 of the women's tag team titles. 97 for Io Sky, 88 for Dakota Kai, 87 for Shayna Baszler, and a 69 for Carmella. She was by far the weak link, but hey, for Carmella, that's a pretty good rating. And yeah, Queendom and still women's tag team champions here tonight in New York City. I didn't set the location, it still says New England. Just headcanon it. It's in New York, Barclays Center or somewhere like that. 91. This match I'm glad did well. Because I can picture a lot of it in my head. It's very story driven, as you'd expect of Edge. But it's Dijak defending the Intercontinental Championship against Edge. And this could be Edge's last shot at being a champion. Who knows how long he's got left. And Dijak, of course, is Christian's chosen right hand of justice. Christian comes out holding the belt alongside Dijak. And the match is is Edge versus Dijak. It's Dijak's doing his move, Edge is doing his shit. But in the end, there can be only one winner and one Intercontinental Champion. And I imagine the finish in my head. The belt. Christian's holding the belt at ringside. At some point, Edge does grab it, and he tries to, take it off Christian. But as he's trying to, he's distracted by Christian. Dijak's, undoing a turnbuckle behind the referee's back. Or, behind the referee to distract the referee, The referee sorting out the turnbuckle that Dijak ripped off. Christian would then hit Edge in the face with the title, allowing Dijak to hit Feast Your Eyes and pin Edge to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Apparently his first defense of the belt, which is surprising. An 84 for Dijak and a 73 for Edge. Because, his stamina's quite low now because he's declining. But, big win for Dijak. Probably the biggest win of his career. He retains the IC title here tonight against Edge. And Christian, of course, and still as well, you know, he celebrates like he's still the Intercontinental Champion, like he did. Well, he did technically help, but he runs around like it's his belt. Then get a backstage segment. Dirty Dom is with LA Extreme, and he goes, boys, you know, great way to kick off the new year, you know, successful championship defense last night on Velocity. Those MSK boys ain't gonna know what hit him, and I'm so glad that you three are still champion, because you know what's next. 2024 is gonna be the year of LA Extreme, and if you guys are already champions, Dirty Dom, I need to get myself off my ass. I need to go and win a championship. So you're hearing it right now here live at New Year's Revolution. Dirty Dominic Mysterio is entering the Royal Rumble match, and I'm going to win it, and I'm going to take that WWE Championship from Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes, or whoever the champion may be, at WrestleMania. Hell, I hope it's my deadbeat father. But I'll be taking that championship no matter who has it. So yeah, Dominic, also in the Rumble. A stacked lineup for that Rumble so far. 90. Okay, for this match, you know, that's really good. And I'm glad it's really good. Because this was the match I actually had the most thought put into heading into the show. It's the House of Black and DIY in a tag team match. You know, they've been going at it in recent weeks. Aleister Black's been trying to, you know, I guess, get the black card out of Ciampa. He thinks Ciampa's gone soft. Brody King beat him on Raw, and then, you know, Ciampa proved that he did have a heart. You know, he wasn't really that black card that he said he was when he came to the aid of Johnny Gargano. And then we have this match here tonight. It goes 18 minutes and 2 seconds, and I have a specific finish again in mind here. Alistair is, you know, working over DIY, both members of DIY during the match. Johnny, he's the legal man. As you know, did I make this tornado tag? Because, yeah, it is tornado tag, I forgot. But yeah, they're both legal men. And Aleister Black's mouthing off the champ. He goes, come on, show us the black card, show us the black card. Show the black card to me. Okay, prove that you don't have a soul. And then the finish comes. Brody King wipes out Ciampa on the outside. Johnny Gargano's getting to his feet in the ring. Aleister Black puts his foot under Gargano's chin. You know, does that lifting black mass. Kicks Johnny Gargano in the head. He falls forwards and falls onto the chest of Aleister Black. And we get that NXT moment where, you know, Aleister picks him back up and goes for a second black mass. But Ciampa, he shoves Gargano out of the way and he takes that black mass himself. And Black just looks down, chuckles to himself and just goes, pathetic. Puts his foot on Ciampa's chest and gets the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, House of Black win again. 80 for Brody King, 87 for Aleister, 67 for Ciampa, and 85 for Gargano. Gargano's gimmick's getting stale. Ciampa is tiring. He's been declining quite rapidly. So, you know, that sucks for him. But after the match, we get a continuation of the attack. Aleister Black, he continues to, Brody King grabs Ciampa and, holds him in place. And he goes, this is the black card, huh? A man who gave himself up to save his friends. Huh? Doesn't sound like a black card to me. That sounds like a caring individual. Ciampa, you don't realize what Gargano has done to you. I can make you pure again. I can make you that black card once again. And then he looks over at Gargano and he picks him up again. He gives him another black mass. And Ciampa's in there trying to fight for even Brody King's grasp, but he doesn't. And then Aleister Black, he does the lifting foot under the chin, black mass again. He goes to deliver another one. And Ciampa's like, stop. Okay, fine, you win. You know, I'll give you the black heart. Just let Johnny go. And Aleister Black goes, remorse. Very wise decision, though, Tommaso. And he sort of just shoves Gargano out to the outside of the ring. And he offers a hug up to Tommaso Ciampa in the ring. And Ciampa gets to his feet. He looks around at Brody King, looks at Aleister Black. And Aleister's still there, trying to hug him and welcome the Black Heart back, I guess. And Ciampa, I guess, he just leans in. Aleister hugs Tommaso Ciampa, but Ciampa doesn't hug him back. He's reluctantly there. Johnny Gargano's confused on the outside. But he does in the end, I guess, know what's best for him. And knows that he shouldn't get involved in this, and he leaves. 76. This match is 8 minutes long, but it's not a squash. I imagine it's just one of those, quick, fast-paced matches. That's going to be Roxy hits her offense and explosive offense. But in the end, Rhea Ripley does put her down with a riptide in 8 minutes to make defense number 6 of the women's title. 97 for Rhea Ripley, 79 for Roxy Perez. And yeah, another win for Rhea. And after the match, she takes the microphone. And she goes, wow, I knew I'd gone through all the competition here on Raw, but is this really the level that we're at? I've beaten all the women here, so now you're sending little girls out to fight me? You're sending out little girls like Roxy to try and take my championship, to take Mommy's championship. But I'm going to stay on top because there's not a woman in this division that can take this championship from me. It doesn't matter who you bring out. I'm on top. Mommy will always be on top. Becky makes her way back out. And she goes, well, Rhea, you may well have been quite right about one thing you said there, There may not be a woman in this division that can take your championship from you. But what about a man? Rhea laughs. Goes, well, Becky, do you not remember SummerSlam? I've already destroyed you. I sent you packing, I beat you so badly, Dave Bautista relegated you to Heat because he didn't think you could cut it anymore at the top level. Now you're coming out here, you're taking the fight to me. Does Dave know about this? And she goes, yeah, actually, Dave's the one who set this up, He had me on the phone and he said, Becky, can you make it to New Year's Revolution? I went, are you challenging me, Dave? Because I'm always ready to go. And now I've got my reason to be back here. And that reason is to slap the taste out of your mouth, take your championship and prove that you want all that. I still run this place. And Rick goes, well, if it's a fight you're looking for, I know a place. I know a time. If you really want to be embarrassed, I'll see you in Chicago. I'll see you at the Royal Rumble. But promise me one thing, Becky, before you leave. I don't want to keep doing this and making your daughter live up without a mother because, I just kept beating her mother's ass so badly. So when I beat you at the Royal Rumble, please just retire because it'll save you the embarrassment. And Rhea sort of shoulder checks Becky as she leaves. We then cut to Triple H. He comes out after advertising and he says, what a great hot opening to the pay-per-views here in 2024 tonight, here in New York for New Year's Revolution. And he goes, now, New Year's Revolution is the final premium live event before the Royal Rumble in Chicago. And the Royal Rumble marks the road to WrestleMania 40. This year's WrestleMania bigger than ever. 40 years of WrestleMania. And with 40 years of WrestleMania being quite the spectacle, we need to make this year's Royal Rumble matches quite the spectacle too. Now you see names from Raw, SmackDown and ECW have been declaring themselves for the Royal Rumble in recent weeks. But I say, bring on even more. Because with this year marking 40 years of WrestleMania, for 1 year only, this year's Royal Rumble matches will be 40 for 40. 40 men, 40 women, 2 opportunities. Boys, girls, I wish you all luck, because there's quite literally been more Rumble than ever in 3 weeks in Chicago. So yeah, big announcement. 40 man and women Royal Rumbles this year, you know. I've been challenged to do them, so I guess I will. Yeah, 40 for 40 made the most sense. It's like a playoff 30 for 30. So yeah, 40 man, 40 women Royal Rumbles coming in Chicago in 3 weeks' time. Main event time though. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, WWE Championship. Possibly the last time ever, who knows? Because, you know, I'm sure even if Cody wins, it'll be time to move on from this after tonight. And yeah, that match gets a 93. And in 20 minutes and 55, the first premium live event of 2024 ends with the crowning of a new WWE champion. Cody Rhodes, the sequel is underway. He finally wrestles the championship back from Drew McIntyre in 20 minutes and 55 seconds with those 3 crossroads. Maybe this might have been predictable if you watched the last pay-per-view I ran down. I was like, oh, you know, Cody was supposed to win the belt back before Survivor Series. But yeah, he is still planned to get it back, and he's finally done it. Cody Rhodes, Part 2, the story continues here tonight. And he's the new WWE champion once again. What a way to kick off 2024 than with Cody Rhodes as WWE champion. 100 rated show. Again, apparently I bought the set and all that for this show. But yeah, this is quite a short but also very consequential show. 40 for 40 Royal Rumbles, you know, new WWE champion, and a whole lot more. What matters more is what you thought of the show. So please let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I'll see you next time for Raw Week 2 with Bayley versus Dakota Kai and the, you know, fast lane on the road to the Royal Rumble. See you then.